of things on the docket. If you saw my Instagram video that I just posted, you will be able to understand kind of where I am with my mindset. This channel is called Kydreamsbig. It's not called Kai Teaches You How to Make Money. So originally it was about thinking, consciousness, subconscious. And as I was making the channel, I was really getting into mastering personal finance. And that's what's really changed my entire life. So I am like, okay, I really want to bring more of this to the people, and I want to bring more of the finance side of things because it's extremely important. Okay, I'm just making sure that we're live and we're good. But I think it's so important to bring the mindset of beliefs and psychology of money. I don't ever want to make money just because somebody's like, oh, I see that she sells personal finance information, and then I'm gonna go buy the book, and then I show y'all screenshots of my Shopify because I don't use Shopify, but I show you screenshots of my Shopify and claim that I'm making money, but I'm making money because of you buying my stuff. And I'm not saying that is bad for people to make money based on that. What I'm saying is, for me, that's not my life dream. My life dream is not to not work a 9 to 5, but have to force myself to create content every day so that I can get sales. That's the same exact thought process. That's the same exact congruent mindset. So you're in a lot of aspects of life, you will leave one thing to feel like you're doing better, to feel like you're getting somewhere else, and you just bring the same beliefs with you. And so that's not what I want to do. I don't want to turn into the girl that sells personal finance products and I'm going to buy her ebook and the ebook helped me so much and now I'm going to go buy her this and go buy her that. Like, that's cool. That's amazing. That's cherry on top. That's cherry on top, right? I personally want to create money and am creating money as I'm literally sitting here. I'm literally creating money right now. I'm literally 10xing my bank account as I'm sitting here just because of the beliefs I have about money. And so that was the original point of the channel, to bring all that mindset in. And I just had a extremely pivotal mindset belief in 2 ways, and I want to share them with you. So I hope that you will stay and watch this video. So the first thing is, and these are both things I've heard before, but I never understood them this deeply. Amazing stuff. Amazing what the mind can do when you're ready for new information. So the first thing is, you cannot get to a new place repeating what you're currently doing. You have to accept where you currently are is because of everything you know. If you knew more, if you could do more, if you knew what to do, if you knew how to get to where you want to go, you would already be there. Okay? So I have to say this to myself too. Like, literally this place that I am right now in my life, I've wanted to be here for so long, but I never had the information to be here until now. Well, let's just say, like, I have it now, right? And I forgot along the way that I have to redo that again. So I cannot get to my next level of success without understanding new information, without getting to a new place of thinking, without doing something different. I have to do something different, and it's not about finding the thing to do. For instance, my goal this year, let's just say my goal 2 years ago was to make a 5-figure month. Cool, I've done that. But let's say 2 years ago, I would have been like, oh my gosh, okay, what do I need to do? I probably need to go do this. I need to go invest in that. I need to go do this. And we make a list of things that we need to do. But we do all the list of things from the same perspective, from the same mindset, from the same identity. So if I'm Kalia from 2017 and I want a new thing in my life, I cannot get it being the 2017 version of myself. And so this is a very large misconception too, because people think, oh, well, yeah, you're no longer in 2017, you're actually 24 tomorrow, because tomorrow's my birthday. And so somebody would think, okay, well, you're wiser now, you're smarter now, you have everything figured out now. Great. No, you don't get wisdom simply because you decided to keep living, because that's a decision too. You're not going to have better decisions, better mindset simply because you're gaining years. I know people who are 3 times as old as me, 2 times as old as me, who have half of the financial literacy knowledge that I gained. Not because I'm smarter than you, not because I'm better than you, not because you're dumb, not because I'm smart, simply because I understood, okay, just because I'm gaining years doesn't mean I'm gaining knowledge. I have to actually intentionally do something different. And I start by accepting that I'm where I am right now today because this is all the information I have. This is everything I have. I woke up this morning with all the information I've had from the past 23 years. That's all I have. That's all I have. And so in 2 years, I'll be in a different place, not because I'm better or just because I'm older or just because it fell in my lap, but because I'm a different identity. I'm a different person. But that doesn't come with nature. That comes with intention. Because just because you're getting older doesn't mean you're getting better or wiser. Okay? The other thing that I was talking to myself about is like releasing the fact that I am where I am right now because I have all the information I currently have. When I turn 27, I will have 2 years more knowledge, and that's why I'm in a different place. Not because I got older, but because I have different knowledge at that different time. So you have to release the holding that you have. Like, open your hand and say, like, I obviously am, like me, I'm obviously not a millionaire right now because I don't know what it takes to be a millionaire. Now your brain is able to reveal a new idea to you. It's able to give you something, an idea you would have never imagined on your own, but also never had the courage to take if you had just found it. And I think everything already exists. So I was rewatching a course that I bought. The course was almost $5,000, and it's an amazing course. I rewatch it. It's my second time rewatching it, and I like to have gaps between me rewatching it, simply because, like, if you watch it in January and then you try to watch it in February, you haven't lived enough life in between to really put into practice what you learned. So it's been about 6 months since I purchased that course, and everything I heard in the course the first time, it's a completely different course this time. Everything that I needed to hear the second time, I was only able to hear from this identity, because I have now only opened my hand to say, I know I cannot get to the next place that I want to be without more information. Let me go rewatch this class. And it's crazy because the mentor said a word I needed to hear, like a specific word, like a specific phrase. And I'm like, I watched this already. I've already watched this entire course. So how did I not hear this the first time? How did I not know this information was there? How did I not hear that? And it's because your consciousness is not going to allow you, your awareness is not going to allow you to hear what you're needing to hear unless you need to hear it. It's only going to let you hear what you need at the time. And so rewatching videos, rewatching courses, rewatching different, rewatching different courses, rewatching videos, rewatching so many, like anything you use for information, you need to rewatch it because you're going to be a different person, and it can help you again. It can help you again. Okay, so, and I do have pants on, not too much on me. All right, the next thing is, you'll see what you're currently doing could have never gotten you there, and be honest, you wouldn't want it to. This is so good. I wrote this down this morning, and I was like, because last night I was like, I need to make another video, I need to make a video. And as soon as I woke up, these like poured out of me. So I'm like, this is what the video is about. And if you think about you making, let's just say you make 4-figure months in your business, and then you are really, really stressed out about the four figures, about making it. The way you make it is so hard and difficult. And so you end up just wanting something different. You're like, I'm opening my hand. I understand that I cannot get to an easier way to do this until I have my different information. And then the information is literally put in your hand for the new idea, the new revelation, the thing you could have never imagined. You go and do it. It happens. But if you had gotten to five figures the way you got to four figures, it would have taken longer. It would have been harder. It would have been difficult. And you wouldn't want to have gotten to that point from how you got to four figures. So when we have a moment that was in between, like four figures and five figures, we're like, okay, I made four figures this way. I know how to make the five figures. But if you think about it, there's probably a way to make the five figures easier than you're currently making the four figures. And so if you say, like, you can brute force it. Nothing's stopping you from brute forcing it. But if you become a person that's only available for the easiest option, you're no longer available for struggle, things will kind of fall apart. And you're like, dang, I was making four figures, now it's like going lower and lower. And then eventually, you'll be making the five figures easy. It just drops. The idea just drops into your hand. You're like, oh, amazing. And you go and do it. And it's going to be easier. It's going to be less stressful. And it's like, if you look, like once you do the idea that drops into your hands, all right, you understand, I can't get to a new place repeating what I'm currently doing. Opening my hand, accepting that fact, and releasing the fact that I don't have certain information. Then the new idea is revealed to you. You go and you do it. You'll realize that you wouldn't want to have done it the way you were doing it in the past, because you're a different person, a different identity, and you no longer align with how you did it in the past. Maybe back when you were doing the four figures, you were just available for more stress. You were available for more struggle. You were available for more just difficulty. And then you become a person who's like, okay, well, I don't really want to do this hard work anymore. And then you wonder why things fall apart, and you find an easier way to do it. So you can't just say, oh, you don't want to do something a certain way, and then not release the idea that you don't have the information to do it easier or do it different. Okay? And also, like, it's not just about knowing and accepting that you can't get to a new place, repeating what you're currently doing, because that's never going to happen. Like, repeating what I'm doing means working harder. That's what working harder is. For me, for my my clothing brand, it's like merch. I have mugs and shirts and things, and one of the sayings that I have is work harder, work smarter, work higher. So when you work harder, you're repeating what got you to this level, expecting it to get you to the next level. When you work smarter, you understand, okay, maybe I can think through this a little bit more. So I do it in a better way. I do it in a quicker way, or maybe I delegate something to someone. When you work higher, you stop using your brain. You access source, you access God, you access infinite power, and you work higher. So some people say, like, work smarter, not harder. No, because working smarter is still hard work. For me, I'm like, work higher than all that. Like, no, we don't work smarter or harder, we work higher. And so for me, it's like, I never wanted to ship products. I never wanted to have one stream of income. And for that one stream of income, I never wanted it to be shipping products all day long. I never wanted, and not being able to shut it down because I want to go on vacation, but I have to fulfill these products, you know? Like basically, let's just say having a store, like I sell hair products online, and it's my only stream of income. It's like my business is bringing in money, but I can't shut it down, because then it means I stop making money, and it means that I can't go on vacation if I shut it down. If I don't shut it down, I can't go on vacation, because then I can't fulfill the orders. I never wanted that for myself, because it's like the whole point of having a business is to like have time freedom. So what would be the point of restricting yourself to a product or a service? Same thing I talked about earlier. I never wanted to have a business where I would have to make content specifically to make sales. Like, oh, I have to record this video to make sales. Like, no. Do you know how much you could change the world simply by sharing what's on your heart, sharing you as a person? That is what changes the world. Your money can come from anywhere. My money comes from like tens of different places. So I never wanted that for myself either. So there was a lot of things I never wanted. I never wanted to have obligations. I never wanted to have responsibilities. I never wanted to be responsible for anybody's results. I never wanted to be so many things. I never wanted to have to wake up early in the morning specifically. Like, I think men are extremely different. I was talking to a man maybe like a week ago, and he was telling me like, yeah, like we're really different when it comes to goals, because I set goals and I blah blah blah, like I go for it. And I'm like, I have healed masculine energy to where I can actually increase my wealth. You can't do that with just feminine energy. You have to have masculine energy for that. But the way that I allow money to come in is extremely feminine, and so I have both. And he's like he has both, obviously, because he can make money and keep it, but his is flipped. His dominant is male. I mean, his dominant is masculine. And so everyone's different. And for me, waking up early every single morning is like never what I wanted to do. Like, thinking about waking up at 6 a.m. every single day to like, that sounds like torture. So there's so many different parameters I just never wanted to have for my life. And I had to think bigger. I had to think higher. I had to think differently, because everything that I know that people do for the most part is like being obligated to show up somewhere every single day for a certain amount of hours, being responsible for something they had to get done, responsible for someone's results, responsible for someone else. Or you're like attached to a business where you have to ship products out. Like, that all sounds stupid to me. And you have to accept. I made a video about this. Like, it's called "You Need to Admit This Before You Ruin Your 2025 Finances." I believe it's my last live, second to last live video. The last one, actually, the audio is messed up, but I'm leaving it up. But the one before that. And in that video, I talked about like, you have to admit that you don't like working a 9 to 5. You have to admit you don't like waking up early. You have to admit you don't want to be attached to something. You have to admit that for you to be able to open your hand and say, I don't have the information to live a different life. How can I get this other information? How can I do this smarter? How can I do this higher? How can I do this different? You know? And so that's why I believe like it's all spiritual. As soon as I shift out of spirituality and conscious and unconsciousness, my life just feels bland. Like, I lost the plot a little bit for my Instagram because I was so excited with these products I was creating for personal finance. I made a new website, beautiful website. Like, I'm extremely happy with it. But instead of allowing that to be the fun part, like creating the products and sharing what's changed my life with personal finance, being able to never have financial stress, like those things have literally changed my entire life. And I know for a fact, if you're a person who doesn't have more than one stream of income, I could help you with that. Like, if you're a person that wants to save and invest consistently, but you don't know how to, and you need beginner friendly information that you can like be set up in a few days, like I can help you with that. I know that I can. But I was losing the plot because I shifted from it being fun to it being like a business. And I'm like, ew. Like, I want the website to live. I want the website to be there. You watch my content and you enjoy the content. You like, you subscribe, you share it, you watch my Instagram stories, because on my story, I don't really post it on my page at all, but I post on my stories every single day of all the things I'm doing in regards to finance, money, all the videos I'm watching, what I recommend, like sources of income, all that juicy information is all on my story. You could be watching those and never purchase it. Like, I don't care. Like, you can watch my YouTube channel and never purchase from me, because everything I put out is something I would probably sell. Like, something I would, like, anything that I would put out to the world is like, none of it is gatekeeping anything. Like, I share everything. Now, the book that I have, the ebook that I have, is like structured things. Like, if you need to reframe your mind around money and you're being called to do that, you feel like buying that, then it's there. But like, there's so much stuff on my channel. There's hours and hours and hours and hours. Like, you could literally treat my YouTube channel like Netflix. You could go in here every single day and just scroll and scroll and scroll, like, and just watch and just watch and just watch. And every single week I'm posting a new video. I have a new video coming out in 2 days. Well, in a day. But I posted like 4 times this week, I believe. So it's like all that is what lights me up. Putting products on a website and putting links like that literally drains my energy. That's like against what I want to do. I want to be more in the spiritual, psychology, consciousness, the conscious. I really want to stay up in the conscious and the higher consciousness. But yeah, the next thing is, you cannot so basically, like, the second part to that is like not asking what can I do, not saying what should I do, what is this person doing that I can do, what business do they have that I can start, what, like, when you're asking how, what, when, like, those are very logical, realistic, humanistic questions that are not going to get you to money or to finance or to the next level you want to get to, because all of that is spiritual. I talk about that on my stories a lot. Like, everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. Money is spiritual. Relationships are spiritual. Like, your life that you live is spiritual. And I'm extremely energetically sensitive. I've been training myself to be energetically sensitive since I was with my first mentor almost 3 years ago. Wow, that's insane. Almost 3 years ago. Almost 4. Wait. No. That was like 21. Yeah, like 3 years. So imagine training yourself to do that for 3 years. And I'm extremely energetically sensitive. So sensitive with the people, places, things that I do spend my time with, like, all that is extremely sensitive to me. And so it's not about what I can do, what can I do, what can I do. It's like, what am I currently doing that I think is going to get me to the next place that's clearly not. The new idea is revealed. Easy. Next. Well, I have another thing, but I have a second thing, but I have another point to the other one, and that is, it's not about, again, like, it's not about what can I do, what business can I start, what can I do. Like, even with my stuff, if you're like, oh my gosh, my finances are a dumpster fire, what can I do, I'm gonna buy her ebook. Don't do that. Please don't touch nothing on my website, please. I'm begging you. If you are feeling like you need a coaching call, you need a one-on-one, you need the book, do not touch it. Don't touch it. Do not touch any of my links, because you can only hear the information if you are spiritually in aligned. If you woke up one day and was like, oh my gosh, Kalia, like, has this product that I feel like would really help me. Maybe it doesn't solve all my problems, but it's a book I get to keep, I get to reread. It has action points in it. Like, it's actually, like, it was not an ebook, it's like 2 pages, but it tells you, it's like very straightforward. And you're like, I really want to get that. You want to. You feel like you were just guided to do it because it's just there. That is when you should think about actually purchasing that, but never buy anything out of necessity. Really, like, if the idea to get it was not revealed to you, if you logically thought of getting it, please stay away from that. Thank you. Just the only thing you need to do is just play around with the fact that you can't get there with what you're doing. Like, for me, I'm like, I can't be a millionaire doing what I'm doing. And I'm like getting ideas of like, wow, you're right. What could I do though? What am I doing that I could stop? Like, and none of it is logical. It's just coming to you. The other thing that I was going to talk about is how to vibe higher. And I might actually title this video this because it's really important. You know what's crazy? There are comments coming in. I didn't even see them this whole time. My bad. I'm so sorry. I was going on a rant. My bad. I love that. I thank you guys so much for being here. Like, just, you don't even know. You don't even know. Yeah. But the second point I wanted to make, the second download that I've been getting is how to vibe higher, how to raise your vibration, how to shift out of your current reality, how to identity shift, all those things. It's really easy. Pull the good out of everything currently happening. How do you pull the good out of the good? You dance around, you're happy, you're appreciative of it, you love it, you spend time acknowledging it, you are grateful for having that experience, using it as confirmation that you're doing good. How do you pull the good out of the bad? Saying, oh, I'm so glad this thing happened, because clearly it's teaching me something that's going to get me to the next level. Like, I'm so glad this happened this way, because there is something I'm going to learn out of this that's going to change my life that I could have never purchased with money. Like, this experience is like something I could never buy in a course. I'm so glad that thing happened, because that just means I'm no longer available for struggle. Like, that thing is literally running away from me. So that means that the easier thing is coming along. Like, I'm so glad this thing left, because it's creating space for the new thing I have coming. And just do that for everything. Everything. All day. All day. All day. All day. Like, use everything. Good. Like, for the good, give it gratitude. For the bad, the things you don't want to happen, use them as confirmation that something better is coming. That's it. That's all you need to do to vibe higher. That's all you need to do. Vibing high is simply about deciding that you want to feel different. Decide that you want to feel different. Decide that you get to live easier. Decide that you get to enjoy life. And so for me, like, when a day is technically going bad, if I were to tell you what happened to me 3 days ago, 20 days ago, 30 days ago, a year ago, you would say, wow, your life sucks. And if I were to tell you my great days and how much, like, my highest grossing week or my highest grossing day, like how much I've made, the biggest amount I've made in a day, or the biggest amount I've made in a week, or the biggest amount I've made in a month, you would say, oh my God, your life is amazing, right? But to me, they're all neutral. When it comes, I give it gratitude. When it comes, I use it as confirmation, and then I go back to being in alignment with my life and just being present. And so that's everything. I feel nice and clear now. I feel very clear about everything that I talked about. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Drop any comments, not in the live section, but in actual comments. This video is going to be posted, like, it'll upload like directly after I finish this recording. But drop any comments down below if you have any personal finance questions, if you have any spirituality, subconscious mind, conscious mind, or any questions on how to vibe higher. If you have any specific things you're dealing with and you want direct advice for it, or direct suggestions to your specific problem that I maybe didn't touch on in this video, I would love to talk to you about it in the comments. I feel good. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching.